Well, when I was a teenager, my dad would go to a special pizza place on Christmas Eve for our Christmas dinner. We all know about the traditional turkey dinner. This would be our Christmas Eve dinner. And he'd go to this pizza place, and the pizza there was so good. It was a treat. Once a year we got to have it. Some of you may have heard of it. It was in Seattle. It was called the North Lake Tavern. But, world famous. Lloyd, do you and your family have any traditional meals that you have during the holidays? And it can be any holiday you want. Can you describe a traditional meal and how long you've been doing it?
Thank you, Tabletop Master. Whenever I think of traditional meals, I always think of the Christmas and, well, general holiday gatherings that my dad's family had. My dad had a very large family, 7 brothers and sisters, and had numerous cousins. And for some reason, the custom or tradition or habit had broken out that everybody would gather at some particular one of the aunts or uncles' houses during the holiday season. My mom ended up with Thanksgiving, and my grandmother ended up with Christmas. So Grandma's house was small. It's built the year I was born, and back then houses were generally very small, 900 square feet. And there were usually close to 40 people in that house. That created some difficulties and some adventures too. 1 bathroom, by the way. But that alone created some difficulties and adventures. You know. And no TV set. And that, you add all those things together, and it was usually pretty exciting. Well, one of the last years we had Christmas at Grandma's house, she had begun to lose it. She was one of those farm-style cooks who didn't ever have recipes for anything. It was, you know, a pinch of this, a dab of that, and it would end up tasting pretty good. And it got to where cooking, real live cooking, was a bit much for her. She had arthritis, and she weighed about 250 pounds, was about that tall. So it was kind of a problem. But anyway, so it became the tradition that she would make Jell-O, and like a lot of holiday type things, she would put stuff in the Jell-O. Now, when you think of that, what you're probably thinking about is shredded up vegetables, you know, like carrots and celery and whatnot. And one Christmas, the Jell-O had stuff in it. You know, it's a little hard to look in the Jell-O and see what's in it. And my dad took some up, and he puts it in his mouth, and he says, "Mom, what's in the Jell-O?" And she looked at him and said, "Tuna." And she was right. You know, and forks paused all over. This created a problem. Do you want to hurt Grandma's feelings, or do you want to, you know, slug down a bunch of Jell-O with tuna in it? And almost everybody there managed to get the Jell-O down. And that's really the traditional meal I think about. Jell-O with tuna.